Moving on. The next team is the Phoenix Suns, and they're one takeaway from the playoffs so far. Devin Booker might be the captain now.
He always was.
He always was the captain. I mean, Chris
He's
Paul
the
may
main
think
guy.
he's the captain, but he's really just a facilitator. But I don't think it's not Kevin Durant's team. He is the best player on the team, but it's not his team. You know, Devin Booker's been on this team the longest. I think he's had that captain role since, and he may not be the best player, but he has a damn good supporting cast. If so,
Debo?
Yeah, I feel like, especially in that finals run, it's been D-Book's team. Some people might say Chris Paul, or especially since he's the point guard, the leader, the main playmaker. But D-Book is what makes this Suns team click, and we've seen that in this series against the Clippers, right? Being the main guy, getting shots off, be him and KD being that 1A 1B type duo. And I feel like if they were to go back to the finals, even like win a finals this year, he's gonna have to be that guy to take him over the top.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you, and I think that Chris Paul sometimes gets put into he's the guy category because obviously the first year that he came to the Suns, they went to the championship, so everybody in their mind is like, oh, causation equals correlation, right? And I think now we were able to see it. Obviously, the Suns started the season as the one seed, and then when Devin Booker went down with I think it was his hamstring injury, they went down to a play-in spot. Um, so I understand that he's the one, but my question is, should they be running the offense through him like they have? Obviously, it's looked good so far in the playoffs because he's hitting everything. It seems shoot like I think he's had 2 40-point games. But if you're Monty, are you running it through KD or through Book?
I let me say this. I think they're smart running it through Book because if I'm a coach, I'm worried more about KD if we're being honest. So I think teams have their best defender on KD, which is allowing D Booker to kill against the second best defender on the next team. They have to game plan against two great scores like that. It's kind of hard. You gotta stop one, but I mean they're obviously going for KD mostly. So I think it's giving D Book the best chance he has of just cooking. So I think that's what needs to be done the whole playoffs if they're going to do that. So
I mean, I don't agree, or I mean, I don't disagree with you. Like, I do think that when you have a player like Kawhi, just him being on the court warrants a lot of attention by the defense. Even when he doesn't have the ball, they're locked in on KD. And I think we saw that because every time KD, at least yesterday, got the ball, they were sending doubles to him immediately. But with Book, they were letting him play 1-on-1. So it was almost like with KD, they were getting so low in the shot clock since he was getting doubled off his screen, he was getting blitzed that they weren't able to get good shots up. And when Devin Booker was bringing the ball up court, when he was getting into the action, it was 1-on-1, and they were able to run their offense a bit better. But I'll say this: I think the more the season comes down, I think at least in the fourth quarter, when they're in a conference finals or next round, if they move on against a better team with or this team with Kawhi, if Kawhi's healthy, I think the last 5 minutes you have to play through KD. I think he has to be getting the last shots.
I think so too. Debo.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Especially with this series, they should revolve the offense around D-Book, especially since he's getting the majority of these 1v1 looks on the perimeter instead of KD, who's getting the double teams the majority of the double teams, along with having Kawhi defending him throughout every game. So I feel like yeah, D-Book should be running the offense here,
Mhm.
but I understand with Monty Williams. I just don't like KD being that guy in the corner just waiting to get the shot off. I feel like he should be more involved with these sets, especially in like the handoff game, off dribble, just give and go type of thing.
You think he should run? You think? What do you think? A Book KD pick and roll? Do you think that would be nice? I think that's how they should run their offense.
I think with KD's size, especially going up against the Clippers bigs like Zubac and Plumlee, I don't think that would work as well. unless you want to do like pick and fade.
You watch them play. They don't play in the fourth though. They don't play in the fourth though. That's why they were closing the game last night with Bones, Terrence Mann, and Russ, because they don't even play Rocco for size. They play like Nick Batum was playing their 5 to end the game last night. So if you put KD in the pick and roll, like he's gonna get a mismatch either way.
Yeah, but also I feel like you can't really play KD in the pick and roll because Ayton doesn't really have a jump shot that he can knock down
That's
like
true.
that.
That's true.
So you can't really take Ayton out of that, that triangle area of the paint. So I mean, unless Ayton's not in the game, but if
He was
Ayton is in the game, you can't really do that.
he was glass eating last night, but didn't do much else.
Tyler ran a 5 guard lineup for some reason.
Tyler did run a 5 guard lineup.